is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Pete in Long Island. Hey, Pete, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Good evening, and I want to give you a big thank you. Last night I called for your advice, and you gave me such wonderful and correct information. If you remember, I was short 3 gold stocks,
Yes.
NEM, AU, and AEM.
Right.
And based on your opinion, you've been right on the mark with this. Boy, it was wonderful, Tom. I got to be honest with you. It's unbelievable what you're doing for your radio listeners.
Well, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. Safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Expect to have hope rekindled. Expect your prayers to be answered in wondrous ways. And guess what? They will be. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow down 283, NASDAQ off 97, S&P's down 23, 33. Gold contract up $5.80, traded $1,077 an ounce. Gold rejected lower price, has some juice, wants to go topside. Silver down 18 cents, $13.93 an ounce. Platinum down 11 bucks at $8.43 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $2.10 a pound. Light sweet crude, toast it, roast it, get the peanut butter and jelly out, the butter out, all of the above. Spread it on, baby. Oil hit $35.35 today. Your ABC structure down, price point is 35. What's sticking out like a sore thumb, folks, is the lows of 2009, 32.40. Probability is that it's going to go whack those lows. Bonds, 10-year bond up 28 ticks, 127.06 with volume. 30-year up a full 2 points, 6 ticks, 157.10. Now, next Wednesday, folks, the Fed is coming out with their statement at 2 o'clock. The consensus is that, after 9 years, Janet Yellen's going to go up on short-term rates. So the consensus is that we're going to go from 0 to 0.25 of 1%, bank to bank. These are bank-to-bank rates, by the way, folks. Okay, no one can get these rates, but it's a bank-to-bank rate, which does push all rates. Bottom line, the 10-year bond is saying that, guess what? If Yellen wants to go up or not go up, the bond is not going along with it. So the money is pouring into the 10-year. This battle is going to be absolutely wild. King dollar down 420 ticks, 97.54. The euro is up 55 at 109, and the yen is trading at 120.77. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, can you say ABC down? Because that's what we have in spades. Bottom line, it's blown away the swing point, has the juice behind the move. The swing point we're talking about had 162 million shares. And I suspect at this close, we're going to do just about 162 million. That's where we're shaking out right now. We're at 143 million. The correlation, we had done that 162 million on Wednesday. And then what do? You go up. No one's in the house at 116 million. It blows away this baby with volume. Now, that being said, what you also have is this. So the ABC structure down, the price projection is 200 in the S&P, the SPY. The swing point that is established on November 16th is 200.18. That swing point has 117 million. What this market is setting up for, folks, is jumping the creek on Monday again. We jumped the creek today, wants to jump the creek on Monday again, jumping over the November 16th level, and I suspect what we're going to do inside the SPY is get right into 195 ASAP. We take a look at the NDX 100, the same setup in the NDX 100. NDX 100, you are coming into the NDX 100 has even more volume. The NDX 100, the swing point that it was going, well, there's two different swing points. The swing point from Wednesday has 48 million shares. Bottom line is that we'll probably do right about 48 million, where that swing low is 112.20. We're at 110.98. The swing low from the 3rd, let's go all the way to the 16th. The swing low from the 16th is 109.48. Now, what's intriguing here in the NDX 100 is that you're already into the top of the bar from November 16th. So that baby, looks like it wants to also jump that creek. So you're talking about big numbers. You're talking about juice behind the move, and it's not only just all over our markets, folks. What you had in Europe today, our markets are down. Okay, so the Dow Industrials are down 1.97%. The NASDAQ is down 2. The S&Ps are down 1.6. In Europe today, you had the FTSE down 2.2. The DAX was down 2.4, and the CAT was off 1.8. So we do have big numbers, but guess what? It can get a lot worse as we come into this closeout here. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, and this is really for all you metal folks out here, this is a good scene because this is what we had out here. Gold contract today had 143,000 contracts. We go to a price point of 1061. It rejects lower price. It has lighter volume. What it was doing, gold was going against the lows that were established last Thursday. We had that monster sign of strength. That's when gold went from 1057 to 1088. We had 209,000 contracts there. We come into that today with 143,000. It rejects lower price, goes higher. Gold's going to be going after this 1088.30 area. I suspect what we're going to see out here is that gold wants to run to 1192. What's really cool here, folks, is this, is that the correlation inside the metals and the S&P for the last 2 or 3 months have been in an inverse correlation. And in 2008, 2009, that wasn't the take. If the markets went down, metals went down. That isn't the take. Of course, what the difference is now is that metals have been down since 2011. The market's been up. Good correlation, though. Bottom line, metals want to go topside. Now, bonds. The bond market, man, this is a trip, folks, okay? Because we're in a time right now. This is what's so cool. Markets are, they're always the same and always a little bit different. That's kind of how markets, that's my take on markets anyway. What we have now is this. The short-term interest rates haven't moved in 9 years. The announcement Wednesday, are they going to make it or break it? We'll find out, right? It seems that after last September, everyone thought that they were going to go up, and guess what? They had no guts. The bottom line is that they were like a deer in the headlights. They looked at the market and they blinked. Well, guess what? The 10-year bond is saying that they're looking at the market again and blinking. The 10-year bond is up with 1.1 million contracts today. We're at 127.07, and that baby wants to go into its highs. It's just absolutely wild. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials are down 300. Nasdaq's off 101. S&Ps are down 37. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 319, Nasdaq's off 105, S&P's are down 39. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, what you're going to see, we do this a couple times a year. Right on the front page, you're going to see the Salvation Army Tiger Dollar sale. The way Tiger Dollars work is this, folks, is that you can purchase Tiger Dollars, and they're good for any and all services at TFNN. They're totally transferable. There's no expiration date. Right now, we're giving a 25% bonus. This is good from now until December 21st. Just to give you an idea how this works is that you purchase $500 worth of Tiger Dollars, you get $625 in Tiger Dollars that you can spend. And on top of that, for this season, what we're doing is that we will donate in your name to the Salvation Army 5% of that. So a $500 purchase, you get $625 to spend, no expiration date. We donate to the Salvation Army $25 in your name. They will send you the tax certificate right to your house. Anything over $1,000, folks, we're donating 10%. So an idea there would be you purchase $1,200, you're going to get $1,500, you get an extra $300 to spend. You get a tax write-off of $120, so the reality is that you're dealing with $1,080 that you spent, and you get to spend $1,500. So percentage-wise, it's quite a move. If you do have subscriptions at TFNN right now, great way to do it. If you're looking to get any in the future, great way to do it. The December 21st date is a hard date, meaning many times that we do this, we can extend it over the weekend. That won't happen because we plan on making sure that the Salvation Army has their money that day and has your name so they can give it out for the Christmas and for the holidays. As you're over at TFNN, if you'd like to test drive either the Gold Report or my daily newsletter, just go to Newsletters. Go to, if it's a Gold Report, go to Investment Newsletter. You can test drive the Gold Report 30 days absolutely free. If you like the daily, go to Newsletters, go to Trading Newsletters, and you can test drive Market Insights 2 weeks. You can do both of them. Let's go to Larry in Dallas. Hey, Larry, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Great show as always.
Thanks so
Crazy
much.
market, huh? All right. I'm short on the SDS, which is the short on the S&P, and
Yes.
I've got the DXD. I'm short on the Dow. Should I sell it or put a stop on it?
No, just put a stop. Stay right there, man. This market might take, and I'm shot the NQs, okay, and a few other equities. But this market, okay, is pressing with volume. It's broken the B point. It's broken it with volume. And so what you have here is this, is that we're 201.71 on the SPY. Well, the price projection is 200. So that's another $1.70 down. So it's like, you know, you always want to use a stop. But the reality, my reality is that we're going lower on Monday. You know, we'll probably open, we'll probably gap down. You know, this is serious business, man. You know, this market has been going sideways for a year. What you have is this, is that you're coming into an announcement that no one knows what the heck's going to happen. This is the bigger take. My bigger take goes like this, folks, is that last year I could absolutely understand why no one wanted to sell at the end of the year, okay? Because if we take a look at the SPY and we put the SPY up, what you're going to see is this. It was a one-way trip, okay? Since 2011, the SPY's at 101. Last year in December, the SPY was at 212. And that accelerated the whole way. So, you know, people that were long the market say, hey, man, you know, maybe I'll get another 10%. Well, guess what? We haven't moved in a year. So people, there's two different things happening, I believe. People are saying, hey, I'm going to take some money. I made plenty of money. I'm going to take some money. That's the first part. The second part is just as intense, and that is that no one really understands what is going to happen when they start raising rates. You know, so what is going on is that I suspect people just want to get out of the way, and that's a smart thing to do. So I think we're going to see a lot more selling coming right into Wednesday, man.
As far as the percentage on a stop, do you do 3%, 5%, 7%? Where's your risk?
What you go, I do swing points, okay? So what, on the SDS, okay, so the SDS, folks, is 200% inverse correlation of the S&P. And what you can do is this. The high that this is just taken out. This is taken out $20.24. I tuck it right underneath there. You don't even, you know, it's like, okay. So Monday morning, what you have is this. Let's picture you open up Monday morning. We opened up down a little, right? You tuck it right under there, like $20.04. You don't get when you've already made this much money. You don't give it a lot. You don't have to, because what happens is that when markets go down like this, folks, they go down very quickly. They go down much quicker than most people realize. And so when you're short a market, what I do once the acceleration starts, you just keep bringing it really close, man. So.
I see. Thanks for the great information. Have a great day.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Steve in Houston, Texas. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, I had a question. I'm looking at, because at the end of the year, especially if there's been such a big loss in a company,
yeah,
sometimes people dump it right at the end of the year to get rid of it and everything. And I'm looking at FCX, and I don't know it financially whether that is going to survive or not.
Yeah, don't touch it. You know, Freeport-McMoRan, it'll survive because Freeport-McMoRan, okay, folks, is trading at $6.96. It's been a one-way route from $37. It's taken out its lows of 2008. You know, more than likely we're going to see this thing go to $4, you know, $4.20, $5.70. You know, they're one of the largest gold companies, copper companies, and oil companies in the world. And people selling it. You know, they won't go out of business because what you do have is that it's a political deal too, Steve, okay? So Freeport-McMoRan, folks, okay, I remember the B shares in the 1990s, okay? So this is the take on Freeport-McMoRan. They do business in Indonesia. The mine that they have in Indonesia, even in the 1990s, okay, is one of the most valuable mines in the world. The problem is that it's always been a deal between Freeport-McMoRan and the Indonesian government, okay?
Okay.
Right now, you know, now Freeport-McMoRan, the actual CEO, worldwide CEO, is different than the CEO that runs that Indonesia. And right now, the CEO that runs Freeport-McMoRan in Indonesia is the guy that was in charge of, like, their Secret Service, okay? And what has just happened last week is that the vice president tried to shake him down, okay? So that's not new, though, in Freeport-McMoRan. Okay, this is a huge gold company that's been dealing in the middle of the jungle for a long period of time and is really secretive. That's what really doesn't get out here on Freeport-McMoRan, but that is the deal. So don't touch it. If it comes up, when it comes off the bottom, then yeah, you want to be all over it because they'll make money again and they won't go out of business, man. But don't step in the middle of it, man, because that concession right now in Indonesia, which expires in 2020. And so that's what this big fight is about also, the political fight. And you'd never like to get involved in political fights, period, because those politicians are all out of their mind.
Yeah, does the same thing apply to Rio Tinto and some of the other
that's a different take. Rio, that's a different take, but it's close. Yeah, it's their political deals. I know a lot more about Freeport-McMoRan because I've owned it since the 1990s sometimes. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's true. Life is all about choices. At Everbank, they're making it easy for you to make a smart one with this special cash offer. Open a new yield pledge money market account with funds from another financial institution, or deposit new funds into an existing yield pledge money market account, and you could earn up to a $500 cash reward. And if you're opening a new account, you'll also get their new higher 6-month bonus interest rate, along with their yield pledge promise that ensures your yield will always be in the top 5% of competitive accounts at banks nationwide. Open a new account or add to one. It's your choice. To qualify, you must meet balance and other limited time offer requirements. Go to everbank.com/TFNN for details and deposit options, or speak with one of their banking specialists at 1-855-750-4051 for more information. You must act by December 31st, 2015 to be eligible. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 311. You get the Nasdaq off 111. S&Ps are down 38. And as we do each and every Friday at 3:30, we got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do live programming 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. You can get all of that programming right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. You want to watch Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com, hit the right-hand side. You'll see Watch Tiger TV. You'll get Tiger TV up. Steve's got a great show every trading day, 1 to 2 Also has a great newsletter. It's Mastering Probability. You can come over to our website right now and test drive it. Go to newsletters. Go to trading newsletters. Test drive it 1 month absolutely free. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, today I think we should talk about Goldilocks.
Sounds good.
We should talk about black gold, Texas tea, light sweet crude, and if we have enough time, we'll take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. And let's actually teach our listeners a pattern. They hear us talk about Gartley buy patterns, and there was a perfect one that set up in gold earlier this morning. In fact, last week at this time, you and I were talking about gold. We were talking about the break to the upside that we saw, and in fact, this chart here, this 120-minute chart, if folks are watching us, that's a wide-ranging bar that took place between 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And as you were pointing out earlier in the show, gold came back, rejected the lows, moved higher today. And on this 120-minute chart, we can also see that it did it with volume. But if we take a look at the first pattern that's set up here, it had a nice little A to B equals CD to the downside, our lightning bolt pattern. And the projection on that was 1061.70. And the actual low this morning, 1061.80. Now, I don't know how that works, but 10 cents. My goodness. Now, every Gartley pattern needs not just an A to B equals CD, it also needs a retracement. And the 0.618 retracement level was really right at the same spot. 1061.80 was
Sweet.
the exact. Yeah. So and then you had that nice big move off of the bottom out there. So what gold needs to deal with right now is really a little bit of a short-term descending price channel that it's in. And once it can crack this, then we've got all the messages that gold is ready to take its next leg to the upside. So it really stalled out earlier. The wonderful thing about these price channels that you and I take a look at, whether they're diagonal or whether they're horizontal, they really help us to interpret what the market is doing. I don't necessarily understand why price just stops at some of these areas, but it really helps us to understand when the change in trend is taking place.
No doubt, man.
I thought it would be
and
nice.
The channels are amazing, folks. Okay, they really are. It's like, man, how can the price remember a channel like whether it's back 3 days or 3 years? It's like, really?
Yeah, it is amazing.
I know,
but it does, and it's worthwhile, for us to pay attention to.
Right.
So in gold, beautiful pattern. I think as soon as when it breaks above, we'll just call it the high of maybe the 1078, 1080 type area. That's going to be that confirmation that it's ready to, continue its move higher. And if it pulls back, it probably just simply pulls back right into the area where it broke out. It's got a lot of strength down there. Now we've got really two nice signs of strength. And of course, I'm looking at a 120-minute chart versus the 10-minute charts out there, but some real nice signs of strength out there. So that's in the case of gold. Now, every time I turn on a media outlet out here, that's when TFNN is not programming. Of course, we do 24 hours a day, but
I get you.
Everybody's talking about the markets can't move higher without the price of oil, as if that was etched in stone. And the folks that are looking at the chart that I have on the screen right now, the top portion is the S&P 500. It's a daily chart, but it's a line chart, which really is just showing us the close of each session out here.
Yes.
And I've taken this back just to 2013, so we're taking a look at just the last couple of years out here. The bottom portion of my chart is light sweet crude. And what we can see, if we just go back to the June lows in 2013, we can clearly see a nice uptrend inside of the S&P 500, whereas inside of light sweet crude, really it was a consolidation pattern that lasted through June of 2013 and finally broke free of that consolidation back in October of 2014. And even then, as our market was making a nice bottom in 2014 during that Ebola scare out here, we saw light sweet crude just simply continue to the downside. But no, not the markets. Our markets, the S&P 500, continued moving higher. So what this chart here shows, folks, and what they should understand is, really, you should trade each pattern independently, and don't necessarily buy off into the message that you might hear, on the channels. Just go back, do some work, take a look at the correlations. There are time periods. There's no question. In fact, if you take a look at a larger time period with regard to gold and the S&P 500. This is a large one, so this goes back to 2004. So now we're taking a look at 11 years worth of data. It's all scrunched a little bit here, but it's the same thing. Sometimes there's a correlation, and sometimes there's not.
Sure.
But the way that it's talked about, it's etched in stone and has everybody freaked out. I say just simply look at and there are times where you see the correlation out here. We can take a look at the top in 2014 in light sweet crude right on June and just see it's moved lower again. But, with regard to our markets, that the S&P 500, just simply not the case out there. So that's the second thing. When we were talking about the channel lines and trend lines, diagonal, horizontal, it's interesting to take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. And right here, right now, and your advice that you gave to the caller about, get a stop in place, best advice that you could give, because as we know, most people will trade without exit strategies, without stops in place.
Sure.
Price targets. You gave a great price target, get your stop in place, where to bury it. If we just take a look at the wider swath of the market, the New York Stock Exchange right here, right now, right this very second, is up against both diagonal support. That's the trend line coming off of 2009. That's just simply using the bottom of that swing point in March of 2009, using the bottom of the swing point in October of 2011. And we can see how price, just take a look at the bodies of those candles. They have held this trend. But then take a look at the horizontal resistance that we have out here. The actual number, the horizontal resistance or primary trading ranges, that Bud Rolfs brought to us.
Sure.
99.62, and we don't use these as exact numbers, but 99.62 is and these are numbers that were created because this chart here goes back to 1994, I believe, to gather all that data. So these levels, like you said, how can something remember from something that took place 3 years ago?
I know.
This 99.62, that was etched in stone probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When it was all said and done.
Sure.
So the actual low, so far that we've seen here today, 99.56. We're trading at 99.83. Look, this is the make it or break it. Now, this is a weekly chart that we're looking at a monthly chart, and the horizontal trading range boundary lines that I have on my screen are really based on the weekly time frame. But the month of December and where the New York Stock Exchange closes is really going to be very important, because once you break a trend line, then it says the trend is no longer your friend. There's a new trend. There's a new sheriff in town. But that's not where we have it. So I am looking for a nice Christmas, a nice Santa Claus rally. I'm looking for these levels or somewhere around here for the market to hold. If it breaks it, it breaks it. But I'm looking for the market to hold. So I'll be the other guy. I'll be buying what folks are selling. Not right now.
They're buying right now, man. The thing is, it's going to be amazing to see what happens here. If you look at this trend, the trend right now, folks, for the last hour has been 1.2. That means that there's more buying than selling. And so we'll know real soon, man. Someone's buying out there.
Yeah, I think it might be too early. I prefer to wait till Sunday evening or early Monday morning. I don't see the pattern just yet. Yeah. But it's nice because we've got the NYSE's got its market. It's back up against the wall, and that's a place where I like to put on a trade.
It's a beautiful thing, brother. You have a great weekend, safe weekend. We look forward to the show Monday.
You too. Take care.
Awesome.
Tom.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow's down 309. Nasdaq down $110.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 308. NASDAQ is down 110. You get the S&Ps off 41. Let's go to our man, Mr. Dave White. Don't forget, folks, every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Dave has a great program right here at TFNN. You can get it right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. And I got a nice slide up here. It says The Big Shot. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, it's not technology, but I wanted to bring it up since I went and saw the a teaser last night, or the preview of it last night.
Yeah.
But this is based on the book of everything blowing up in 2007 and 2008. And when I came in today, all I could think of was how prophetic that the movie actually starts coming out on the day where we have a bond fund blowing up.
Right.
But if people want to check this movie out, it is very good. It's getting 87 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a big star cast.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I heard you talking about Rotten Tomatoes. That's good to know, man. I'm going to, well, I don't even think I get any time this weekend, but I got to see this movie, man, no doubt. Yeah.
It may not. I don't think it starts in this area until a week from today.
Christmas movie.
They just had a preview.
I see. Okay.
Last night, our pre-release or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
The week before it comes out. Normally, with good movies, they'll do that.
No doubt.
But
that's awesome.
It's got a lot of big people in it. But I can't still quit laughing about the haircuts in this of the people on the street. But apparently, they all had really bad haircuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back to technology. I know a lot of people have been asking me things to buy for Christmas, and I still think my pick is still the Chromecast and the Chromecast Audio.
Oh, good. Let's go through this. That's awesome, man. Okay, so let's walk through this, man.
The Chromecast is a small little dongle that plugs into your television's HDMI port and allows you to control it either through your computer or through a tablet.
Okay.
And, the Chromecast has applications for YouTube and Netflix, so you can watch all your TV on it.
Right.
What I really like is they also have a new one that is called the Chromecast Audio. And the problem is that most of these devices work on Bluetooth. For if you want to like play music from your phone.
From your cell phone to the TV, yep.
Yeah, and the problem is that Bluetooth is not fast enough to give high-quality audio. So you got somewhere between AM and FM radio quality through Bluetooth. So these use Wi-Fi, first of all. So they are a lot better. But the new Chromecast actually uses something that is ultra-high quality and actually a 96 kilohertz signal where even CDs are only like 44 or 48.
How cool is that, man?
Yeah, so if you're looking for what I have, I've bought them and put them around the house.
Yeah.
So that I can turn them. The real new feature that came out last night that I love one of the reasons I'm bringing this up, is that you can send the audio to every room.
So,
On it. So if I've got the TV going on and I'm not watching it, maybe listening to something,
yes,
as I walk around the house, it's going to be on in all of them if I have it turned on, which is really nice.
Now, do you say, is it on all the TVs, or did you buy like little speakers?
No, I'll have like a FM radio or something, but if I plug this into the input of that little FM radio in my bedroom, literally I can hear what's going on all over the house, right?
With more speakers, you mean?
Yeah, with more speakers.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
So it's very nice. It's very high quality. If you're looking for something to shove in somebody's stocking for $35, both the Chromecast audio and the Chromecast itself are my top picks for a low dollar product. Both of them are good. This is a newer version than last year's. They look like a little disc, kind of a round disc, but it's
that's a low dollar item for a high experience. That's awesome.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's very nice. But if people are looking for something cheap, I've got both of those, and I love them immensely.
So get on, right? Amazon, right? Bang, Amazon. Bang it.
Probably not. They kind of hate Amazon and Google kind of getting into a war. Best Buy.
Best Buy. Okay, cool. Best Buy. Okay.
No, yeah, Amazon doesn't like it because, of course, they don't have an Amazon app to watch the Amazon video on the Chromecast.
I got it.
So we got a little bit of Hatfields and McCoys going on between those two.
Yeah. What's next?
We have some new data. We talked about this almost 2 years ago. So I wanted to update everybody, and this is when we get pretty much the totals for what's going on the internet. But at that time, 2 years ago, 30% of all video was basically 30% of all activity on the internet was video.
Okay.
It's gone to 70% now.
Really, in 2 years?
In 2 years. So right now, of the data between in any part of the country during traditional TV, what they called prime time hours.
Yes.
70% of it is now totally. So we basically doubled the percentage. But if you do it on just a basis of how many bytes have been moved across, it's actually about 300%. So even the 70% in reality is a whole lot lower. But a lot of people talk about cord cutting and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
It is really coming down. Amazon this week announced a package where you could get Showtime and Cinemax on their system.
Okay.
So
that's huge.
I think. Yeah, I think it's huge. I didn't look at Disney today.
There's a big tipping point, man. There's a tipping point. We're at it, man. They can just feel it, too, you know?
It is. What was Disney trading at?
Disney's down like $3 today. It's getting smoked.
Yeah. Okay. That's, what do I got? It's still 107. What did it pop back up to about 118? Well, those guys probably have the most to lose, I would imagine.
From ESPN, yeah.
Now, the other thing, of course, is I've talked to some people out there, and maybe the Star Wars movies are not going to be quite whatever. They're supposed to be good.
Sacrilegious, man.
Yeah,
sacrilegious.
I know. People hate me.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Everybody's telling me that, but I'm starting to hear stuff out of Hollywood that it is a very good movie, but it's not maybe like the first three that came out in the 70s and early 80s, not near as bad as the next three that came out, but still very good. But
they better not be like the last ones that come out. That's for sure.
No,
man.
yeah, they were horrible. But that was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
And probably the most interesting thing, we may need to go into the next segment on it, is Bitcoin. This week, a magazine once again got it wrong and tried to identify somebody that had actually was the creator of Bitcoin.
Okay.
And if you don't think governments hate this, as soon as they outed him as the potential ringleader and starter of Bitcoin, his house was raided by the Australian officials.
Really?
Yes. They took everything he had. Now, the problem is, this is the second time that someone's outed somebody as the guy that ran Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence that it wasn't him and it was all set up.
So why does the government come in and raid the person that started Bitcoin?
Because of, well, the Australian laws on whether or not you can have alternate currencies and stuff.
I see.
It's just like here. It's all good and well until you start making money, or they don't like it. Kind of like all that gambling in New York on football games. I'm shocked. Just betting on football.
Wow. Just stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. You have the Dow down 310. Nasdaq's off 109. S&Ps are down 37. We're going to break back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, over the weekend, if you do have any subscriptions at TFNN, or you're looking to get any in the future, we have the Tiger Dollar sale going on. It's a great deal. You get a 25% bonus on anything you buy, and anything up to $1,000, we will donate in your name to the Salvation Army 5% of the cash value. Anything over $1,000, we donate 10%. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White, and that expiration date, folks, is December 21st, and that's a hard date. We're talking about Bitcoin. Yeah, so that's pretty wild, man. I guess, you know, so they figure this is not the guy that started Bitcoin either, Dave, right?
No, it basically what it looks like is whoever actually did start Bitcoin is one smart cookie.
Yeah.
And he left a bunch of small and bad trails around.
Yes.
Now, on this one, they basically found out that the data that these magazines were looking at used a encryption standard that wasn't available until about 3 years after Bitcoin was started.
Okay.
So those couldn't be real.
Yeah, right.
So unfortunately, they raided this guy's house already, and he is one of the foremost experts. He's a millionaire down in Australia.
Okay.
But it is, as somebody was saying it, if you can't tax it, then you put it out of business. And that is, I think, a great deal of, especially in Australia, there's a lot of underground economy, and it is being run by Bitcoin. So the Australian government is not too happy with it to begin with. So there are those out there, but it's kind of funny that we've had I don't know if this guy's life has been ruined yet, but they've already ruined another gentleman's life. I'm sure some lawsuits are going on about that poor guy out in California that supposedly ran it. So they gave it up on him and now moved to this guy, but they're wrong yet a second time.
And what's next?
Japan is outlawing drones.
Okay.
Basically, they've got a bunch of restrictions, but for the most part, you can't fly them around any cities, anything like this. Probably the most funny thing is that they're showing these drones that run around, that are drone killers. They run around with nets underneath them and are scooping up other people's drones.
Oh, yeah?
But, a lot of, again, it's much more of a legal issue as things are going on in the near future, and we haven't even sorted out our laws here. But I think we've been looking at GoPro, and GoPro was supposed to have this new drone out. It's not going to be out till 2016 now, but they've been hammered. I think that even by the time they get theirs out, the new laws should be in effect. But I think where everybody was going to have a drone before, every kid was going to drive it, have one for Christmas. It may be a great deal smaller market than a lot of people thought after the legal requirements come back in. But this is kind of moving now from Japan into other countries where now that they've seen what Japan's doing, it looks like maybe a lot of other people. In fact, if you get a drone around in a lot of places, it will cost you up to a $4,100 fine in Japan. So when we were looking at these markets, and I think GoPro really thought that it was going to have, its GoPro cameras in its own drones, and really have a huge market in there.
Yeah,
it may be a lot. Huh?
They need a lot more than that. There's no doubt about it, man.
It is going to be extremely tough for them going on. Their stock continues to get hit every week, and it doesn't look, I don't know, if there's one stock that's probably going lower, I think it certainly could be that one.
And folks, don't forget, you can come over to our website at TFNN. Dave's got 2 great newsletters. You go right under newsletters. As you go into newsletters, you can go to trading newsletters first. You can get the Path of Least Resistance, test drive that 30 days absolutely free. You want an investment newsletter, go to investment newsletters, and you can get the Tech Insider. And of course, don't forget, right at TFNN, listen to them every day at 1 o'clock. Dave, thanks so much. At 2 o'clock, thanks. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here.
You know what's cool?